It's wrong to snatch a person off the street and ship them to a foreign gulag with no chance to defend themselves in a court of law.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker brought New Hampshire Democrats to their feet Sunday night with a warning.
Today it's an immigrant with a tattoo. Tomorrow it's a citizen whose Facebook post annoys Donald Trump.
In a one-on-one interview, Pritzker said Democrats need to look to the leaders in their own party who are standing up to the White House.
What's Donald Trump doing? He is raising taxes on everybody by putting tariffs on everything coming into the country. And who's getting hit most? Working class people, middle class people. That's exactly the opposite of what he said he was going to do when he ran.
He's made inroads with the working class for the Republican Party, regardless of what campaign promises are fulfilled or not. How do Democrats reconnect with their own working class base?
Well, our fundamental values are about lowering the cost of living for people, making sure that we've got a tax system that's fair to working class people and to middle class people, and not doing major giveaways to the wealthiest people in the country.
The governor brushes off any talk of a presidential run in 2028. We asked if he thinks Democrats should restore New Hampshire to the top of their primary calendar.
I don't know what the DNC is going to do. I don't have any control over that. I'm not on the DNC. But New Hampshire is very important because it's an example of a place where you can come, you don't have to spend a lot of money, you can meet people, and they'll be the judge.
It's early, but so far Democrats seem to like what they're seeing and hearing from the governor of Illinois.
I'm glad he came with a message of fight. I'm glad he came with a message of resistance. And I'm glad he said it's time for everybody to organize in every way and take to the streets.
In Manchester, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.